So if we look at how healing, we talked about kind of what you would experience when somebody comes to have a session.
Mm-hmm.
From a practitioner's point of view, what are the bad habits that some practitioners have picked up over the years, or we've seen do, and you think that's absolutely a no-go, we shouldn't be doing that?
Well, for a start, when I've gone through quite a few Reiki books, and you'll see pictures of people with their hands on, and it's hands-on, you know, where they're doing the heart chakra, but they've got the hand right down on the chest. That's a no-no. You do never put your hand anywhere inappropriate. And because you're leaving yourself wide open for, what's the word I'm looking for?
You know, I mean, somebody could go, you're acting inappropriately here, what are you playing at?
Yeah, yes.
I mean, that's, you're kind of taking advantage of the fact that I'm lying here. And
Yeah, yeah.
so if you went to see somebody as a practitioner and you kind of felt that inappropriate quality, you should...
Get up and go.
Okay.
Get up and go, because that's not how it's done. And another one that I've seen is people standing, the practitioner standing in front of the feet when they're giving a session. Now, when you understand that the energy is flowing from the head all the way down through the body, and it's hitting blockages and negative energy as it's going along, and then when it comes to the feet, all the rubbish is being pushed out, negative energy. If you stand in front of the feet, you're leaving yourself wide open for it to come onto you, because even though you have your aura protecting your body, so-called protecting you, it does get holes in the aura and
tears.
And of course the negative energy gets in and it goes to your chakras. So you find yourself depleted after a couple of days of doing healing, and you wonder why. That's why you should never stand in front of the feet. Other bad habits I've seen, putting the hands over the throat area, place, you know, right over under, you know. Now, people have gone through many experiences in many, many lifetimes, so somebody that could be very uncomfortable for. They might have been strangled in another life, or they might have all sorts.
And some people have, upon delivery, cords around the neck.
Yes.
And that becomes kind of a phobia. It's like they
Yes.
can't bear anything around the
Yeah.
neck.
So when you come along and you put your hands here on the neck and pressing down, well, that's very uncomfortable for them. So no, just keep your hands off.
So it's really important to pick a practitioner that you feel comfortable with,
Yeah,
that seems to be well trained,
Yes.
that knows what they're doing.
yeah.
Do you think it's fair to say that there's an awful lot of people doing Reiki out there that haven't really been taught properly?
100%.
You know, that set themselves up and it's I'm a
Yes.
practitioner,
Yes.
I've got the certificates on the wall.
That's right. Anybody
I-
can get a certificate
But actually they
on the internet now.
haven't got a clue what they're talking
You
about.
haven't got a clue, some of them. And of course these people are walking in blind, you know, and don't know what to expect, and they think that's the norm. Well, they've not been trained properly.
So I mean, this is one of the reasons you wanted to do this, so people can
Yes.
flag up to go, that's what it,
Yeah,
I
and I
can
know there's
expect.
quite a few people who will not agree with some of the stuff I'm saying. Well, it's tough.
Mhm.
Truth hurts, you know. It's like people are getting initiated over the internet. Now, I've
So
actually...
just about what do you mean by initiated?
Well, when a person's trained into Reiki, you have your first level of Reiki, and I have to have that person sat in front of me in order to do her physical body. But she's also got a spiritual body as well, and the guides are working with that as well. So as I'm doing all the chakras on the physical body, opening it all up with the sacred symbols, they're doing it on the spiritual body. I've seen all of that. And when I draw the symbols and everything else, what I'm doing on initiation, the guides are doing the same.
So what is a symbol?
Sorry?
What are the symbols? What
It's
do
a
you mean?
sacred key that you're working with, and it's accessing. When I work with the sacred keys, it's like you're able to access 50 times more life force energy.
So when you say
In other words, you're tapping into the energy grid.
so an attunement for you is kind of unlocking the potential.
Yes,
And has everybody got that potential?
everybody has. I explain it to my pupils like this, and everybody is like a brand new house, all wired up for electricity, but it's no good unless it's connected to the mains. And that's what we do. We connect you to the mains, so to speak. on a Reiki weekend. And from that weekend, after 4 initiations, you have to have 4, not 2, not 1, 4. And 4 makes the connection. And we do that over 2 days. And when that person's opened up, she becomes then the channel for the Reiki. But for herself, she can practice on herself and her family members. But Reiki 1 level is only for yourself.
So it's kind
You can't start charging and all of that.
So it's very personal. It's kind of for close friends and family,
Yes,
and really
and
you're doing
also
it for
because
yourself.
it's going through. You're going through. It's adjusting, and it's balancing up your chakra system and everything else. Your inner reflects your outer life. So when you start to balance up, so does your life. So you're going to go through many changes for the first 6 months, and that's why you should never do anybody or, initiate anybody for 6 months, because they've got to download that energy, and the cells is vibrating with it, and they've got to get used to it.
You've got to get acclimatised to working with a
Yes,
different vibration.
Yeah, and the more you pass it on then to your family and friends and yourself, because you have to do 21 days self-healing, the more your body gets used to it. So the more you get used to it, the higher frequency you can now bring in.
And do you think you have to work on your own issues, your own health, your own issues, your own stuff
Yes.
before you then go out
To help
to
other
help
people.
anybody else?
Absolutely. Well, yeah, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? Yeah.
Because, in my experience, you might get a lot of people coming for a physical, having emotional release, but actually people want to talk about their stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're caught up in your stuff, you're transferring it to them to make you feel better.
Yes. Yeah. They've come for a healing session for them. They're not interested in your stuff. And, the conversation should be always about the person and what's brought them to you. You have to get to the bottom of what is the problem. Yeah, the heart problem might have brought them through the door, but that heart problem started somewhere back.
So the red flags are when you meet people, they should be interested in you.
Yes.
Asking them, and you can ask the right questions,
Yeah.
and you can ask for an explanation from them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is
And also, sorry for interrupting, David, but when somebody comes in with problems such as they say I have asthma or I have a heart problem, now immediately they don't have to tell me what's wrong anywhere else. Immediately I know the heart chakra is blocked, because if that was functioning properly and 100%, they wouldn't have the asthma and they wouldn't have the heart complaint. So wherever they have a problem, they're blocked. And that's where you address.
So everything is coming down to the energy system. We always
Yeah.
keep coming back to the energy system.
Yes.
So, what's the difference between the different levels of Reiki? You talked about level 1.
Level 1 is your body acclimatising to it and getting used to it, and your cells getting used to the energy, and you're doing a lot of adjusting and clearing. And then when somebody comes in to do the level 2 months after or a year after or what have you, now they've built up the vibration, the energy, and it's been building up and building up. And then when they come in to do the level 2, now instead of you starting at the bottom with their energy, now you're starting up here to where they're at.
And each level takes your vibration. So you're getting
Higher.
rewired on each.
Yeah.
So
The higher the vibration, the more you can do.
So that almost like your inner cabling gets thicker and can channel more.
Yeah.
And there's a third one. Is there a third level?
Is masters, yes. And that would be somebody coming in, training, learning about everything, getting hands-on experience. They wouldn't just walk through the door and get attuned to masters and that's it and go out and... No.
Because you do see people that say, you can have all 3 done at a weekend.
Yeah, rubbish. Absolute rubbish. It can't be done because your body's got to get used to the first level. And so if they're out there and they've done the level 1, 2 and 3 all in a space of 2 months, a month, whatever, sorry love, you're just on your first level. Your body's acclimatising to that. Can't be done.
And there's people now advertising for angelic Reiki. All different flavours of Reiki.
Well, there's all different flavours. They're giving them all new titles every day, but you know, there's only one energy, and there's only...
So you can call it what you want.
Exactly, exactly. And of course they pay the price for it, don't they? Angelic this, you know, it's like they just put their own prices on. Reiki is Reiki, and all this, the title business, you know, Grand Masters and all that, who on earth gives you the title, you know? What does it mean? More money?
So there's no Reiki 4s and...
No, I don't believe so, because the more you work with the Reiki, the higher your frequency goes. So you can't just jump to that level by going, do you know what I mean?
With the people I know that have progressed through the 1, 2, level 3, lives can fall apart and get reassembled before
Yes.
they're on track.
Yeah.
And that takes years.
Yes. But you're still helping others in the meantime, but you're still sorting out your own life as well.
Do you ever stop learning?
Never, ever. Because the people that come in, they can teach you. You're learning constantly from people, your patients, your pupils. It's a two-way thing, you know. But I always have to look for the reason. What's brought them here? Is it the healing, for the healing, or is it for the knowledge? To awaken them to who they
Or
are.
both.
Or both, yeah. Yes.